Hello everybody, it's Suffolk Blue, all the way from merry old England. How the devil are you? I hope you are well. Welcome back to Pillars of Eternity. It's another Saturday, another Pillars of Eternity. If you remember last time, we managed to find the old previous owner of this keep, who we had a little discussion with. He seemed to be having some issues with past lives and current lives, and all sorts of things had gone wrong for him, and we managed to set him free. So we've released him from bondage from this citadel that we're in, and now somehow don't quite ask me how it all worked out in the end, but somehow we are now the owners of this keep, which is all a little bit strange. Now, if you look down the bottom here, you'll see that we've got some little icons over the top of each of some of these, well, some of these anyway, and that's because they want to talk to us. So it means that their quest can be progressed, I think. So let's have a look at their deer and see what he wants to say.
That old watcher. I don't know what I expected, but it sure wasn't that.
You said you had some things you wanted to ask him.
Nah, it's kind of embarrassing now. I just got a dumb idea in my head is all. Don't know why I thought it'd work. It's funny. That's probably the first thing I got my hopes up for in, I don't know, years. At least I got that out of it.
So what was it? Oh, come on, I don't like surprises. There's no need to be embarrassed. I won't judge. I like that one. You were going to ask him in front of me anyway. You might as well tell me now. I'll use this one. I think that was nice.
All right. Guess fair is fair, and you did bring me to see him. Those rumors back in Gilded Vale about my brother, Woden, about how he turned against us and fought for Widewind, been on my mind for some time now. The thing about Woden was, he always knew what was right, and that's what he'd do. One day he set out to fight for Deerwood against a man claiming to be our god. So I knew that's what I had to do too. It was right. But hearing claims that he died fighting for Rey at Ceres, that got me worried. Not that he'd chosen the wrong side, but that I had. Didn't seem right what Widewind had in store, but if he really was Aethys, I thought, maybe this old watcher would know how my brother died. So I could see if it was true. Like he could, I don't know, read it in my soul or something. Use our connection. Told you it was dumb.
Well, it's not dumb, is it? Because we've been speaking to dead people throughout this entire series, so it's not dumb. Why wouldn't you ask me to do it? I'd do it. Guess because I didn't know you. It's hard to trust a stranger. That says he's a watcher. That's true.
Of course, I knew the truth deep down. The Watcher's not psychic. I think I just had this idea, and the idea made me feel a certain way, and I didn't want to lose that.
Really, if I wanted to find out about my brother, I shouldn't be starting with watchers. I should be starting with records. So why don't you? Adair thinks for a moment, his lips twisted to one side. He raises his eyebrows. If there was anything written down about it, they'd have it in Defiance Bay. They got an archive at that palace.
You've done a lot for me already, but if you could see fit to pay that archive a visit with me, well, you know. Knowing my luck, the records clerk will go crazy and try to kill me. I'd feel better with you in there with me.
Okay. We can certainly do that. So that's now updated his quest line. Merwold, obviously, we couldn't complete that for him, so he wants us to go to Defiance Bay. Okie dokie, let's have a look to Aloth. Aloth seems lost in thought. He flinches when you draw near, sucking in a sharp breath through his teeth.
What can I do for you?
Are you alright?
Of course. Merely processing some of the unusual things we've seen lately. And if Merwold is to be believed, it would seem you've an uncertain future ahead.
So I don't know what to think. He was out of his mind. I don't place stock in the ramblings. No, I don't believe that. There's no point in speculating now. My situation is more dire than I realised. We've got to find this leaden key and fast. So I don't know what to think, or probably that one.
That does seem like the logical course of action. I shall follow your lead.
Okay. How may I be of service? Tell me about a deer. How long? Any thoughts on what I should do next? He tugs at his sleeves. Mayor will urge you to seek out these leaden key agents in Defiance Bay, yes? If his condition is any warning, we should find them with all haste. May I be of service? Okay, that's all. So he's done. And now we've got Kana.
I confess, I was hoping our meeting with Mayorwald would go a little differently. But then, you have gained an entire keep. I don't think I've seen anyone inherit land that quickly since Kyne the Younger read her father's will.
I wish I'd gotten through to him. Well, I did come to the Deerwood looking for a new home. That's true. I wish I'd gotten through to him. He was far gone, but don't worry. The past is there that we might learn from it. I'm sure we'll find more answers in Defiance Bay.
It will give you a base from which to go searching at least. And then, there are secrets beneath the keep yet. With you at the helm, it should be easier to explore the endless paths.
Okay. So there we go. We have now finished off those. We were building something last time, weren't we? Let's have a word with the old steward.
I trust all is well. Please let me know if there's anything I can do to help.
What's the state of the keep? Where to begin? Let's see here. So the upgrades, we're doing... Where are the upgrades? Hirelings, upgrades. So... Finished in 2 days. So we're fixing the main keep is what we're doing at the moment. We have done the Eastern Barbican, so we can get through to Defiance Bay. So that's good. Let's just come back and have a look. We could... Can we sleep here now? No, it's not. Not allowed here. We could probably go back to Gilded Vale, I think, to start with. Oops, all of you. I think all of us could go to Gilded Vale, to be honest. Because it'll take a couple of days anyway for all that to build up. But we need to sell up, get some more camping materials, and then make a start on where we're going to go next. It looks like at the moment like we're being forced almost to go down to Defiance Bay, but I'm going to see if there's anything else, any side adventures or anything else at Gilded Vale which may be able to help us. Gilded Vale? Can I go to Gilded Vale? I cannot. Okay, so we're going to have to go the long way round. Fair enough. Map. The eastern barricade, so north, south is this way, wasn't it? These are still broken down, so we're going to have to fix these up as well. Going to need a lot of money though. Not really making a huge amount of cash. So most events at the stronghold occur over the passage of time. Tax collection, completion of side adventures, and the generation of crafting ingredients occur as you complete quests. Okay. I'm gonna dismiss him and bring in a Luneth back. Okay, we've got Black Meadow, which we've done. Yes, that's Redrick's Hold, which is fine. So, can we go back? Yeah. So this is going to take us a whole day to get to Gilded Vale. Let's see if they've managed to do anything or make any improvements in the time that it's taken us, in the couple of days or so it's taken us. I mean, we know that they've buried all the people that were hanging in the tree, but I'm not sure whether there'll be any more side quests necessary. Where's the blacksmith? Here it is. Let's go here first and just sell up what we need to. We can also have a kip at some point, because I'm going to need to get my sleep back, my endurance. Here we go.
Hail, traveller.
Always good to see a friendly face. I hope the Vale is doing kindly by you. Can we see what you've got? Thank you very much. So, what we got? We've got things that we can sell. Oidrich, a stiletto, one hand, piercing deflection, right click for details. Well, somebody was using a stiletto actually, wasn't it? It was a Luneth, I think, had the stiletto, so she may as well keep the stiletto. We won't sell that, but we'll get rid of these. Fine sword, that we can get rid of. That we can get rid of. A club we don't need. Let's bring the scrolls down to the people who use them. Let's trade. Now what we need is some camping supplies. He's only got 2. That gets us 3 of those. Is there anything else in here which would be nice? I don't think they've built anything. That's Azureth's stiletto. Those are the stuff that I've sold, so I can't imagine there's a great deal here. Let's have a quick look. We've still got the Justice. None of that, none of that. A little bit of food. Okay. Has he got any lock... Oops. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Come here.
Hail and well met.
Yes, yes, yes. I just want to see whether you've got any lockpicks. Oh, no. Yeah. Lockpicks. Probably at the bottom way, aren't they? Yeah. Accept. Trade. May as well take as many lockpicks as we can get our hands on, really, just in case. Right. So he hasn't got anything particularly good. Maybe when we get to Defiance Bay we'll be able to get something a bit more... a bit better. Although we need that money now for the keep. So we're going to be spending an awful lot of money on maintaining that building. Let's come over to here. Back over to the inn. We can stay at least at the inn, and then we'll have a quick look at the journal, see where the quests are going to lead us, and then we'll make our moves. Into the pub.
Hail, traveller.
The innkeeper smiles brightly at you. Hello again. Come to rest your feet a while? Yes, we have. Can I see what you've got for sale, though? Yeah. I have a lot of stuff that I don't already have. Do you have any more camping? You do. One. I'm going to take that pry bar as well, because you never know when we're going to need some of those type of tools. Those are just normal. There's nothing special about any of those. Okay, trade. So that gives us... The dwarf can hold on to all of this stuff, because we've now got pry bar... Whoops. Isn't that odd? Now why are you doing that? We'll move it around in a second. I don't quite know why it's doing that way. It seems a bit odd. Okay, so the next thing then is a bed, and we'll do a proper sleep rest. We get a bit of a discount, I think. There wasn't that cheaper than before? 113? Has it not been more expensive than that? But this will help us get all our rest and all our spells and abilities back, which is the main thing. So let's look at our journal. Where is things taking us? Never far from the Queen. That's the Temple of Rudica. That's in Defiance Bay, and that's the main quest. Master below. This is the endless paths underneath the stronghold. Time and Tide. Find the ruins beneath said Nuo. That is Kana's. Trials of Durance. He just wants us to travel together. And Fragments of a Scattered Faith. And this is Defiance Bay. So I've sort of got the feeling that we really need to head to Defiance Bay. So let's do that. We'll keep a lunath. I'm not sure really how to use that. What they called Songmaster or whatever they are.
No problem.
We go this way out. Okay, so we've got to the Black Meadow, except, and then we can go south to the Menomar Bridge, maybe? Oh no, I couldn't, could I? Don't I have to go via my own castle first? I'm not sure now. I think I can only go via my own castle because that's why we built... Have I cleared this? I have. This is why we built the... Yeah, you can't go that way. Okay, hold on. We'll run through. Because if you remember, we built the eastern barricade to open it up and allow us to go into towards Defiance Bay. So I got that completely wrong. We do need to go in via this route, I think. Come on, it's fast active mode. Here they come. We'll go via Cadnua then. We need to fix up that gold hollow or whatever it's called, the house, so that we can actually use that as a sleeping point. Oh look, the flame. Were they lit last time? I don't remember. Were they lit last time? So if we come over here, then somewhere over here, yes, here they are. We can come this way. And this will lead us to Defiance Bay. And down we go. Now, accept. Which bridge do we go? If you can hear those fireworks in the background, I'm sorry about that. Quite know why we've got fireworks. Wood-Dend Plains. Well, let's go that way then. 18 hours. I wonder if that means now we're going to get a... That's 2 days, isn't it? Because we slept for a day. So does that mean that the... Do we get a message to say that the building has been upgraded? I don't know. Main keep construction completed. Yes, so here we go. So if we go to upgrades, we can have a look. Excellent. So the Eastern Barbican has been completed. The main keep has been completed. Bright Hollow is 500. So I think we'll do that one. We'll do Bright Hollow first. That way we'll have a place to sleep when we come back. So where are we? We're at Wood-End, aren't we? What's this called? Wood-End. How big is this? Seems a fair size. There's some sort of altar here. Benefactor, Lord Jongler Catalyst. Oh, these are some more of those of the benefactors, the people who gave money. Seems like there's some sort of shrine out this way. We're taking off the road, which is a bit dangerous because there's bound to be wolves or something around here. It's night time as well, which doesn't bode well. Die cap. Let's go up. Oh, what's that? Forest lurker. Okay, so let's try and be a bit more sensible than we were last time with this. Can you go and knock him over, please? Can you go and hit him, please? Can you hit him from a range? Can I change weapons? How do I change weapons? Have I not got my wand? Have I not got my wand installed? That's rather unfortunate. Let's come to here. She can have that proper stiletto put on, actually. Better. And I have got my second weapon on. I'm going to put that on because I'm a bit concerned that I'm going to get in the way if not. So he can fire from there. You can attack. And can you do your... that? And can you attack? Go. Good. That's a good attack. That's a good attack. Okay. These are all attacking. He's injured. When they're holding their own, look. I mean, there's not a lot of damage being done here.
Got him.
Boom. Fabulous.
Yeah?
He gets the living wood. Somebody leveled up. I leveled up. Let's do this. Let's have a look at this. Oh, look at me. I look very priestly. Okay, stealth, athletics, law, mechanics, or survival. 6 points left. I could do law. Always got to do another law. We've got 2 points left. Got nothing to do that with, so we'll keep that for now. Is that it? Class unlock. Circle of Protection. Creates a large zone of divine shelter, granting allies a bonus to all defences. Despondent Blows. Nagging doubt in the face of unbreakable faith consumes enemies in the area of effect. Okay. Dire Blessing. Strengthens allies if resolved in combat, increasing the probability they will land a critical hit. Pillar of Faith. Calls down a pillar of divine judgment, inflicting crush damage and knockdown on enemies. That sounds good. Prayer against restraint. Frees allies in an area of effect from perceived constraints. Things like webs, I suppose. Restore moderate endurance. That's useful. A warding seal. Generates a magical seal that explodes in a burst of electrical energy when an enemy comes into contact. Shock damage. And watchful presence. Blesses allies with the aid of a sympathetic soul, releasing a healing effect when their endurance is low. None are numinal, but we just go up with law, so put our law up a little bit more. Just means we can do more scrolls, I suppose, but okay, let's take that Barres Bell. Forest Lurker, okay. Can you knock him over? Can you attack? Can you attack? Can you attack? Can you attack? Can you do your wounding arrow jobby? And can you attack?
Yeah.
Go. Oof, someone got a wallop then. And that was the wolf, I think, which is not so much of a problem. There we go. Down goes another lurker. The wolf fell over, which is unfortunate. Living wood. Somebody else level up. They did! Durance. Let's have a look at Durance. Athletics, law is pretty high. He gets 6 points. Mechanics is really high. Stealth, maybe? He gets 6. So 1, 2, 3. 4, 5, 6. Let's use all of them up. Oh, he just gets some more. Okay, so he gets Circle of Protection again. He gets the same as what I just got. Done. Useful.
Huh?
I love the fact that the little black dog is still following us around. What's up here? Nothing. Did we go up that hill bit? We didn't go up that hill bit, did we? Let's go up here. Something must be up here. I know I'm sort of not going to Defiance Bay, which is a bit naughty. We will go to Defiance Bay, I promise. I'm just intrigued as to what might be around up the top here. Oh, there's something that's fell over. Dead Adventurer, hide armor, potions, and golden obols. Doesn't look like there's very much. Ooh, I didn't say there's not much up here, but what's that? Another lurker. He hasn't seen us, I don't think. Where's he? So there must be something up behind that shrine then. Let's go and have a... Well, actually no. Come on, let's go to Defiance Bay. Although I do want to investigate all these areas. But let's head south and go to Defiance Bay. It must be the road somewhere down here. Yeah. So, on the map, Defiance Bay is... So we want to go this way. Stick to the road. Oh, who's that?
Hush, Itumak. We'll just wait a little longer.
Who are you? Sagani, a dwarven woman dressed in skins and hides, leans against the road marker. Her face is turned down, her eyes darkened by a thick stripe of face paint. She's sharpening a bone arrowhead with a scrimshaw-handled knife. Her attention, however, is focused on a bare figurine between her feet. A large white-furred fox standing at her heels looks up at your approach.
Easy, Itumak. It's not him.
Who are you waiting for?
Short version? I'm looking for a very, very old friend. I'm not sure what skin he's wearing now, but I'll know him when I see him.
So your friend is supposed to meet you here?
That's what I heard. Of course, the man who told me so was carrying a staff he claimed was made from dragon bone, but I know Whitewood when I see it. That should have been my first clue, but I had to try something.
Okay, so back up. What does this stranger have to do with your friend?
The long version. Here we go. I'm from an island to the far south called Nasitak. I came here looking for a village elder, a man we knew as Persok. I'm a hunter back home, so tracking someone wouldn't normally be a problem. But Persok's trail is cold, to say the least.
So why can't you find him? There can't be that many of your people in the Direwood. Or how long have you been looking for the Persok? I really am sorry if you can hear those fireworks. They are pretty loud. He died when I was still a young girl. Forgot to mention that part, did I? I'm looking for his latest reincarnation, which could be anyone. Okay. So another back from the dead jobby. How long have you been looking for him? Her painted brows lower, and her compact muscular frame sags for just an instant. 5 years. So you've been searching 5 years for a stranger you barely remember. Who could be anyone now?
That about sums it up.
Then it must be an important thing to do.
So I keep reminding myself. Still, it would be nice if important duties came with clearer instructions.
She looks at the Ardra figurine. So, okay, so how does the figurine come into this then? She dusts the figurine on her trousers and raises it in a small flat palm. It's carved in the shape of a bear, smooth and round. The polished Ardra is worn to a dull mat along its arched back and avoid hunches. A soft glow emanates from within.
Cute, isn't it? It belonged to Persok. Before he returned to the wheel, he left a splinter of his soul in it. Something to help us find him later.
As she holds it out to you, you feel the wisps of sensation. Not quite memories, but traces of someone.
When I left Nasitak, it was completely dark inside. But as I've gotten closer to Persok, it's glowed steadily brighter. Since I've reached the Deerwood, however, it's gotten hard to read. Some days it flickers and goes dark. Others it shines nice and bright. For a few hours. but most of the time it looks just like this.
This Passat could be further away still. She shakes her head. I spent a year circling the area, thinking the same thing. Got as far south as Ozea, and as far north as Fleetbreaker Castle, when I realised the figurine was going dark again. Same thing happened when I trekked through the White March, and circled the bays to the west. I could take a look at it.
I've heard that one before. Whole reason I'm standing here is because some so-called watcher from Forkvale told me he could take a look. For a few golden dukes, of course. I was on my way out of the Balmarsh when I heard talk of a traveling mystic who could supposedly see souls. I knew it was a long shot, but what did I have to lose? I went to see this fellow and gave him the Audra figurine. He made a big show of moaning and rolling his eyes, and after I'd given him 5 golden dukes to lift the shroud, he told me to seek the crossroads in the field between the Wolf's Lair and the twining trees.
What's the Wolf's Lair? Ah, Defiance Bay. Locals call it Current Duke Wolfgren. Sounds like he'd be fun to drink with. Okay, and is the Twinning Trees a real place? You meant Twin Elms. I haven't been there yet, but I hear there's some especially memorable trees. Go on.
He thought he was being vague, but I know the area well enough to recognize that he meant this place. Right between Defiance Bay and Twin Elms. I had a bad taste in my mouth, but my coin was spent and I'd already left an arrow in his knapsack as a friendly warning. Told him I'd come back and leave him with another if it turned out he was giving me the runaround. I've been here a week now. Guess he had the last laugh after all.
May I see the figurine?
Why?
I'm a real watcher. Oh, I just want a better look at it.
Fine. But if you try to run, just remember that my arrows are faster.
So I didn't tell her I'm a watcher at this moment because she clearly doesn't believe watchers very much. She hands you the figurine, her chap knuckles grazing your hand. She watches you examine it, wary but cautious. You raise the Ardra bear, turning it in the light. As your eyes catch a tiny glinting scratch, the scenery around you melts away. Here we go, people. Hold on to your hats. We're about to have another one of those things. You're standing on a cliff overlooking the water, seeing through eyes that aren't your own. You catch the musk of beasts amidst the fresh scent of vegetation, and your heart beats a little faster. You'll have to watch your step up here. You look down just long enough to see the sharp, pale cliffs drop into the water hundreds of feet below you. I see a vision of cliffs high over the water. Does that sound familiar? Your question is greeted with shrugs and silence. I've got it. He's standing on a cliff. And return the figurine.
What are you talking about? What just happened?
I'm a real watcher. She blinks at you a few times, calculating. If you'd seen the way he stares at dead things, you know he's serious. Thanks, dear.
You realize I've got no coin to give you, even if I did believe you.
Come with me. I've got other business in the air and we can look for the Pressarch on the way. I'm going to get rid of our archer in a second. I'm going to accept that just for now. What I'm going to do... Can you hear something walking? Oh, it's the dog. What I'm going to do is, Luneth, I'm going to take your warbow off you. And your traps, I think. She's not wearing much else that's particularly valuable, is she? What's that? Okay, I'm going to take that too. Okay, and then I'm going to go to party management. Where's party management? Formation, camp, scouting. Oh, is that one? Oh, I can never remember. How do I get to party management? Oof, party. Oh, hold on. Well, we can go this way anyway. Let's come off here. Well, I've just taken our weapons off, but hopefully we won't get attacked.
Why, I could bed down here.
Be quiet. Hush your noise. "4 hours. So this is the main bridge into Defiance Bay, I think. Where's the party management screen? Well, that pauses it. I didn't know that. Stronghold. What have we got here anyway? That's almost complete in one day. Party management, here we go. Oh, okay. Dang it. Is that party management? P. Okay, it would be P, wouldn't it? We've got to be at the stronghold to do that, have we? Okay. So these are commoners. So they're nobodies, as in they're people who were here before. If you need an inn for the night, Goose and Fox is the softest beds and the best ale. That's another gold-plated one. Ordinary commoners. I better put her stuff back then. I had an Icus in case. Just in case we do end up getting walloped. Oh, she doesn't need the scrolls though. She can just have that. There we go. Welcome to Defiance Bay, but watch yourself in the city, understand? Okay. Polite. So, here is this where we can go into Copper Lane is the first place. 15 minutes. Okay. So this is the main urban city of the area then. Have we already got a reputation with Defiance Bay? I can't remember. I'll need to have a quick check, I think, just to see what how people are likely
Defiance
to...
Bay. The city at the heart of the Deerwoods Revolution now seems on the brink of another. Refugees line the streets, homeless and hungry, displaced by Whiteone's legacy, hoping for relief within the city walls, and finding none. Dissidents congregate to protest and to heckle, calling for an end to animancy and the ouster of their duke. The city's militiamen cast fearful looks as they patrol the streets, their hands trembling at the hilts of their weapons. The capital of a country that had not long ago incinerated a god now appears to be a spark away from sharing the deity's fate.
Oh, it's on the edge. Tensions are high in Defiance Bay.
Defiance Bay. If ever there was a dry field in need of a cleansing flame, you have found it.
Goldrot Chew. Okay, minor energy boost. We'll take it. Oh, something's going on. These animanters have brought divine wrath upon us all. And yet the Duke and his toadies and the Crucible Knights do nothing. Who are the animancers? Are these animancers? Protesters? No, these are just protesters. They're not... Can we allow these atrocities to go... So this is Rowan. Okay.
Hail, traveler.
Rowan's arms are crossed and his mouth is set in a grim frown as he watches the gathered protesters. He looks ready for a fight. He sizes you up. New in town, eh? You picked an interesting time to visit Defiance Bay, all these refugees fleeing the frontier and finding the legacies no better here. It's the Animancers. Magrans scorch 'em, and they nest in the city like rats. You mark my words, though. Us dozens are going to put a stop to it. What are you doing out here? Or tell me about the dozens. He taps his chest. We're an organisation of interested citizens who want to free Defiance Bay from the dangerous influences of Animancers and the tyranny of the aristocrats who supports them. We also consider ourselves a militia of sorts, seeing as the Crucible Knights are little more than a flock of preening nobles in training. Just like a militia, the dozens, except for the training, and the discipline, and the code of honour. His eyes gleam, and we're always looking to expand. The more people see things our way, the better for the state of the country. You have any interest in hearing more, stop by Adamant's Den sometime, the Expedition Hall. A lot of free thinkers in there. Can set straight all the nonsense the nobles and the Animancers want you to believe. Might even be some paid work there for the motivator types. What are you doing out here? He gestures at the crowd, which buzzes with angry chatter, trying to get these folk to see reason. We're in the midst of a crisis, and instead of purging the nefarious forces from our city, the Duke is granting Animancers dangerous liberties. What do you know about Animancy? It's the study of manipulation of essence, which any sane person will tell you is the purview of the gods, and the Aedeans, at least had the sense to outlaw it, which is the only good thing you can say about them. It's not like magic, chanting, or the soul readings that these ciphers do. It's been around since ancient Engwithan times, which is why you'll see animancers tinkering with old Engwithan artifacts. He shakes his head. Trouble is, the animancer's got no idea what half those artifacts actually do. Not that they'll admit it. Our emphatic friend is correct about one thing at least. Tell me about the dozens. Oh, okay. Sorry, I assumed that was going to be Aloth would tell me or something. I'd like to know more about Defiance Bay. This is the capital of the Free Palatinate of the Direwood. Palatinate? Palatinate. Never heard of it. We started out as a capital of the Aedean colony, but we booted at the Flaccid Scepter from these lands once 150 years ago. These days, we're a major port receiving trade and visitors from all over the world. But we, some of us anyway, strive to hold on to the pioneering spirit that earned us our freedom a century ago. The city is divided into 5 districts: Copper Lane, First Fires, Ondra's Gift, Brackenberry, and Heritage Hill. He ticks each off on a calloused finger. So we can hear about all of them. Let's talk about something else. Let's farewell. Don't want to hear about all of them. We want to discover them ourselves. So let's have can we talk to the Justicars? What is it? I'm looking for the Temple of Rudica. If you say so. It's in the First Fires, just west of Crucible Keep. Well, we found that then. Let's go this way. Justicars. Get away from the ill contents. Okay, well we have to go across that way then anyway. Let's have a look at the map. Yeah. So what's that? That's Brackenbury, Catacombs. First Fires is there. Punisher's House, Lamida's House, Dormitory, Hall of Revealed Mysteries, Anthea's Expedition Hall. Marketplace. Oh, the Goose and Fox. We can stay there for the night at least. Let's go to the inn. Always a good place to start whenever you arrive new in a place. Oh, look at the water. The calm water smells faintly of refuse. Ugh. Here it is, the Goose and... what's it? Goose and Fox? So another inn. We don't need to well, we probably do to get the clock right, don't we, I suppose. Here we go. Let's have a look and see who's in. A patron and an actress. A bishop? That must be his name. Renergan. Linguin. What's that? The Stegler's pelt is thick with dust. Steligar's pelt is thick with dust. Moths. The plaque below it reads Maiden Falls 2682. The hell is a Steglen? I don't know what that is. Looks mean. Patron and an actress. Let's have a look at the patron. Lovely place, isn't it? Look at the actress. You find all sorts. Everyone's a philosopher here. Okay, let's have a quick look around. We've got a commoner, a bodyguard, and a noble. Who here for some words of wisdom too? Miserable bastard. Kanira? Well, let's have a chat with the innkeep first. We'll see what's going on in a second. Hello, innkeep. Bishop.
Good day to you.
Good day. The man behind the bar is nearly the size of an Enuma. The handle protrudes from his back, and his face is set in a stoic frown. He gives you a small nod. Here for a drink? There's a tiny pewter cup in front of him, and he turns one broad hand, but doesn't drink from it. Tell me about yourself. Name's Bishop. Used to be a scholar of Bereth. Now I run the Goose and Fox and keep the regulars in line. He shifts, and you see a warhammer strapped to his back. What more is there to tell? Okay. How do you go from religion to taverns? The journey isn't as long as you'd think. It started with Hollowborn, and with this, he takes a black bottle from under the bar and fills it with a pewter cup. It was my sister's son. He takes a drink. At the beginning of Wadwin's legacy, he was one of the first. I never expected there would be so many after him. Tragedy is part of the cycle, but it's followed by rebirth. Yet every year, more parents were grieving for their Hollowborn children, and the gods were silent. So you lost your faith? He leans forward, crossing his arms on the bar. Bereth promises rebirth, cycles, but the only cycle I found was this one. He taps the bar. Have a drink. Have another. And another. Until I couldn't remember how I got home. Wake up. Come back. I finally woke up one day to see my family had packed up and left. For all I know, they'd left days before and I just hadn't noticed. But they were gone. So I came here. I've cleaned up since then. Not that I found my answers. He tosses the cup back. I've just stopped asking. Okay. This is a lively place. It was founded in the early days of the Deerwooden independence by a travelling scholar named Erol of Levi. He wanted a place where kith of all background could gather and hash out the issues facing their new country. He rested his elbows on the polished wood of the bar. It didn't take long for the place to fill up. Brackenbury aristocrats argued with dock workers from the gift, while soldiers wrangled with politicians. Derwoodans have never been known to turn down an argument. He takes a sip from the tiny cup. What happened next? Soon, kith were coming from the farms and settlements too. He waves at the door, as if expecting a crowd to bustle in. This place got even more popular with the Valayan sailors than the salty mast, and that was the problem. He drains his cup. No matter what people say about fair-mindedness and civil debate, there's only so much people will tolerate. Errol found himself on the wrong side of an argument with the wrong Thane, and then he disappeared a few days later. Some said it was the work of that Thane. He shrugged, spreading his hands over the bar as he surveys the room. But Errol knew which way the wind was blowing, if you ask me. He skipped down, hid out somewhere, hoping for the rational minds to prevail in Defiance Bay. He cracks a wide grin. If only he could see it now. Okay, so order some refreshments. Let's see what he's got. He's got a yellow lab. So I've got a black dog at the moment. This is another one. I don't think we need another pet right now. So he just got a lot of food. So let's do a little sleep. Fletcher's Stay lasts for 2 rests. Athletics, mechanics, and ranged accuracy. Vixen's Burrow. Survival, defense when disengaging. The common room. The suite of worldly wonders. Wow. There's a lot of nice places to stay here. We'll stay in the common room. Just because we don't need anything right now. Just to wait for it to get to morning, really, if we can. Whew. Where was that? There was somebody over here that was moaning about something. Hello. Kinera. A woman sits by herself, spinning something on the table in front of her and watching it with a furious intensity. It's about the size of a coin, and it wobbles over a crack in the wood with a metallic rattle. She snatches it up with one hand and slams a half-empty cup down on the table with the other. This is not a good time. You look like you could use another drink. I'll get there. She takes a long drink from her glass, just trying to calm down and talking myself out of something foolish. Something foolish? She says nothing for a few moments, as if hoping you'll leave. At last, Kenra looks up at you, and lamplight falls across her face. A purpling bruise is blossoming along her cheekbone. There's something I need to give to my fiancé, Pernisk. Only he doesn't seem to go anywhere without his new friends, and they're not exactly pleasant company. Who hit you? She shakes her head. I know how this looks, but you don't understand. It's not like Pernisk. These new friends of his, they brought out the worst in him. Tell me about these new friends. They come into our house with their dead eyes and their black teeth. I'm not a fool, I know what that means. Pernisk makes me leave when they show up, but it's obvious what they've come to do. Last time they came, I told them to get out. Let them have their fun somewhere in the gift, but not under my roof. She scowls, then winces, her fingertips gently probing her bruise. Sveth changes you, I guess. The Pernisk I know wouldn't have squashed a spider. I never thought he'd... She trails off, still feeling the swollen, discoloured flesh. So, I thought Sveth just made people lay around, so this is a drug then. Okay. Kenya shrugs. I don't really know. Seemed better than believing he's always been this way. Maybe I could go talk to him for you. Her hand rests on the table and she clenches it into a white-knuckled fist. There's nothing more to say to him. We're finished. I just want to give him back to him and then have a clean break. She opens her hand and a ring clatters to the table. It was his grandmother's. Even after this, I don't have the heart to sell it off. But if I go back there myself, I know what'll happen. I'll lose my temper, and I'll probably wind up with another one of these. She points to her bruise. I'll take this ring. She looks at you and nods. The house is just north of here. Just, please don't hurt him. As furious as I am, I don't want that on my conscience. Okay, we've got a quest. Let's go and do it. How long have we got? About 15 minutes, I think, in this episode. So that should be plenty of time to go and have a go. Where's the door? Oh, here it is. So Pern's house is just north of here, so we're told. So let's go and see if we can't find it. It'll be on the map. Because apparently the whole map's covered anyway, so we can see everything. Which is handy and useful. Come on. Load in. I suppose it's got to load the whole town, isn't it? That's... Here he is. Come on then. Let's go and see what this man's got to say for himself. My stronghold's getting on. Finishes in 1 day and 10 hours, which is good. Come on. In we go. Let's go and have a word with him. These druggies. Clear them out, maybe. Level up? Who's leveled up? Oh, it is leveled up. And he wants to talk to me. Okay. Let's level up first while we're doing it. Athletics, I think, for him. He's got 6 points, though, so let's put that up one. Next. Oh, those fireworks, they're getting worse. Goodness gracious. Discipline barrage into the fray. Discipline barrage is what? The fighter intensely focuses on his or her training, significantly raising their accuracy. Okay. And sword types. Fighter abilities. To all weapon types. Okay, so he can get knight because they do includes the dagger, mace, rapier. He's got a sword now, doesn't he? Soldier? Yeah, so knight. He can have the sword. What's vigorous defense? Fiercely determined to deflect all incoming blows, dramatically increase. Oh, that might be quite useful. Yeah, I like the idea of a def. Oh, actually, but he's not my defense one, is he? Into the fray. Melee damage. He doesn't need guardian stance. I'm going to give him the knight. Done. So now he's got a sword bonus. Who are these people? Mercenary. Feel free to make yourself comfortable down here. Top floor's off limits. Pernisk is the man you want to talk to if you want to buy. Wait, what's happening? Am I imagining this? So these are all off their faces. With Svef. Here it is. Svef, here it is. Svef can be traced to its provisions of Valayan republics. Okay. Which is how I would have known what it was when I used my intellect earlier. Because I'm Valayan. A couple of crude beds have been improvised in an assortment of tattered blankets and pillows. Dribbles of some dark liquid stain the fabric. Okay. Obviously got the tab button pushed down once I see what's happening. That's locked.
Why not? There, done.
Scepter and a gold duke. We'll take that. Oh, we got caught stealing. Whoops, I forgot about that. Attack them then. Who's that? Wow, we knocked him out. Let's do one of our... Oh, I could put a new thing. Speak to the restless. The Watcher speaks directly to the souls of his enemies, filling them with dread of what waits them in the wheel. Ooh. And then let's do one of those. We're probably going to lose this. I probably shouldn't have stolen that. That was probably my fault. Nirid, I don't know who that is, but we're going to hit him because he's got a wand and he looks dangerous, so we're going to give him a wallop. Oh, he's already dead. That's annoying. Stop! Nirid staggers back, holding the bloody hand in front of him. I give up. Just leave and I'll go peacefully. Alright. Too late. Oh, okay. Really know what happened there, but... Can I knock him over?
Hey.
Yeah, we're probably going to lose this. I shouldn't have stolen. That was my own fault. It was silliness. Why is he being healed? Where's that coming from?
You're not getting... You're not getting through me.
There we go. Now we've got two of them fighting. I don't really know what happened there. Go on, hit him. Taking forever. Let's knock him over. Is he injured? Mercenary, he's badly injured, but he's not dying very quickly, is he? Oh dear.
Hey.
Yeah?
Hey.
Whew. Are we all going to get up? We are all going to get up. That was my own fault. I have no one to blame but myself. We've got lots of stuff here. We've got a wand, Lots of money, cheese, padded caps, Malcoif's capes, another Nimrod's grimoire. I don't even know who he was. That's rather unfortunate. What's that? Cape. I'll take that too. What's that? Yes. So that's how not to do it, ladies and gentlemen, peeps. Someone has peeled the labels off these bottles. We've got some levels up and people want to talk to us. That was really badly done. Don't do anything that way. That's just terribly done. What's that? Mead. You want to talk to me here, dear? What's that? The dozens. He shakes his head with a bitter smile.
Pretty sure you won't find one among them who stood within 100 miles of that bridge when the Godhammer went off. Too bad, too.
What are they called?
There'd be less of them.
Well, the Godhammer was what they used to destroy Woden. It was the thing they set him on fire with. We know that from last time. So what do they call themselves? The dozens. Was 12 Die Wooden stood outside Halgot Citadel waiting for Waidwen to cross the bridge there. They had to hold him there long enough for the Godhammer to detonate, so that's what they did. Oh, I better use that. That's what we call the bomb that we blew up Waidwen with. Don't know how much about it other than that. Anything kills a living god unless you've got to name it. What do you have against the dozens? Nothing serious. Nothing I don't have against a lot of folks anyway. The dozens, they like to take things into their own hands. It gets ugly sometimes. We don't have them in Guildwood Vale, but they're right at home here. They picked that name so they could do what they wanted and feel like it was right. It's got nothing to do with honour or sacrifice. They like to invoke Megrin too, when they are especially want to fight right. When they want to feel right. Somehow, I don't think she'd be too impressed with that lot. I'm sure she'd like to set them on fire any time they use her name, but the gods probably got rules against that kind of thing. There must be plenty of other groups that are better reflections of the figures that inspire them. Too bad, I wouldn't mind saying something like that. Surely Megrin has further worry. Yeah. The Duke's a reasonable man. Maybe while they're in Defiance Bay we can get to him to force people to call themselves what they are. I don't imagine they have as many members if they called themselves the loudmouth sheepfuckers. Great line. Let's continue. Good idea. So where did that Nirid come from? Because he came from over here this way, didn't he? He was in this room. The Book of Lan Love Sonnets is a dedication to the first page to my beloved Kinira. Okay, well there's nothing going on in there. The Addax don't seem to like they're going to want to fight because they're too out of their faces. Out of their faces? Okay, well let's go upstairs then. First floor's out of bounds apparently. Unless of course you kill everybody in the place, in which case you can. Let's go upstairs and see what's going on up here. I am very sorry about them fireworks. It's actually a week after Guy Fawkes Night, but clearly the rain last week made them all go a bit funny. Here we go. Who are you? A mercenary. Actually, you can go and attack. You can trip him up. You can attack. You can attack. You can attack. And you can hit him with an arrow. Go! Now, can we use a bit of magic here, maybe? Got Wrath of Flames, haven't we? But we've also got that one. Let's use a bit of that. I'm going to use... what do we use? Pillar of Dudar? Something like that. Ooh, that came down like a bit of a wallop. It was a bit harder than I thought. Let's do that. Right, they're going to get hit, so let's do another pillar, maybe over here. So she's knocked down and prone. That was better. We did that much better. Much more coordination of what we were doing there. We've got a new fine flail, great swords, a small shield. Ooh, and a key. Rusted bronze key.
No problem.
No problem. Let's have a look here. Now we've got the key. We've got a peridot and golden dukes. Also take our payment. Appears as though someone's rummaged through this uneven row of books in a hurry. These jars are chipped and cracked. There's a book, a D and dialects. We'll take all of those. Why not? Don't know whether there's any more gentlemen on this, or killers on this floor plate, but we'll soon find out, I suppose. We've got a potion of major regeneration, customs and skits. So how do we get through? Oh, there's a door there. Come right here. Unlock with a rusted key, okay. Uh-oh, who's this? Persk, a man lies bound and bloodied on the floor before you. His face is a tapestry of bruises and blood is spattered across several corners of the room. The man cringes and sobs as you approach. God, please, please, no more. I can't take any more. I'm not here to hurt you. The man pauses, gazing up at you. You're not? Oh, praise Bereth, you're not one of his men, are you? He glances nervously behind you. He shakes his head. Please, I don't know who you are, but my name is Pernsk and my house. You have to help me. Then who was that downstairs? An imposter. Some wizard named Nirid. Well, he's not now, he's dead. He came into my house, tied me up and tortured me. And now he and his men are eating my food, breaking my things, selling Svev inside my own house. He blinks. Whatever you're holding back, spit it out or I'll pry it out of you. This would be a lot easier if you weren't trying to hide something. Pettis looks away, unable to meet your gaze. I may have hung onto a tiny portion of my supplier's share, but I needed that money. So you're a Svev dealer? Pettis winces. Look, I know it's not the best line of work, especially with all that's happened, but it pays well, very, very well, and, well, people want the stuff, don't they? But what's it all worth? Losing Kenra? Oh, that's a good one. Persk grimaces. I have to, I'm sorry. I don't have any other trade. Nothing that's going to support us. Someday I'll get out of the business when we don't need it anymore. What did your supplier do? He sent over the wizard Nirid, that man downstairs. Perna shudders. To make up for lost copper, I guess, and to hurt me whilst he was at it. It feels like it's been days. He's been taken care of. Perna stares at you. I can't believe this nightmare is finally over. He grins, weakly, but seems to remember something. You've no idea what you've done for me, but... He looks up at you and away again. I need to find my love, Karina? I never said her name. Kenra. Why would come up with a stupid name? Call her Karen. Only after whatever Nirid put her through, I'm afraid she won't give me a chance to explain. But she might listen to you. Please, she must be somewhere in Copper Lane. It's the only home she's known. And please don't tell her anything about the Svev, about what I do. I could make it worth your while, a discount maybe. So hold on. Kenra sent me here in the first place. Perhaps you should trust her to make her own decisions rather than lie to her. Grab him. Here's my cunt. No, don't like that. Perhaps you should trust her to make your own decisions. Yeah. I know, and I can't force you to keep this secret. I just don't want to lose her. After what happened here, I'm sure she won't have anything to do with Svev or me if she finds out. Kenra sent her. Now I tell him. She did? Perna smiles brightly. That woman helped save my life without realizing it. Please bring her home and tell her that everything is back to normal. I'll go talk to her. I can't thank you enough, truly. How I've missed my poor Kenra. Bed. Someone's gathered the sheets and towels into a makeshift bed. The rumpled fabric is stiff with blood and unwashed sweat. Ugh. And one of the upturned vases is splotched with crimson. So he had a rough time in this house, didn't he? Well, let's go and see her and see if we can't persuade her to try and help him. Because he seems like a good enough chap. He's just got himself in a bit of a silly situation. Didn't mean to do it this way, so we sort of came barging in, killed everything and went upstairs. That's probably not how you do it, I've got a feeling. Probably got to try and sneak in. That's probably how you're supposed to do that particular quest. Suffolk Blue doesn't do sneaking. Suffolk Blue just storms in and beats the hell out of people. Oh, all the addicts have gone. Clearly they know there's no more Svev to be had. Let's go and see if we can't at least get one family back together. Goodness gracious. And then we'll probably call it a day. Although we are going to need to sleep now, because I did get myself badly wounded in there. I've got a level up as well, I've just noticed on Aloth. We'll do that as well. Let's go here. Speed it up.
Quaint. That's what I meant to call it.
No,
you had it right.
I think they were talking about Gilded Vale. Let's come back over here, see where she is. There she be. Kenra looks up at you as you approach. What happened with Pernisk? Did you give him the ring? Pernisk was being impersonated by a powerful wizard. However, the real Pernisk also deals Svev. I'm going to tell the truth. She covers her mouth with her hand, shocked. Persk? My Persk is a Sveb dealer? If I didn't know you, I'd for an honest man. She brings her fist down on the table, sloshing her drink. Damn it! How can I trust him after something like this? That he lied to me for this long. She runs her hands through her hair and takes a deep breath. I should just be glad I found out this before the wedding. Right now he needs help and forgiveness. He still loves you. Do you want to give up your future? I think that's probably a good one. Perhaps you're right, she sighs. If our positions were reversed, there's no question he'd give me another chance. Still, we've got to work through. Oh, and take this. She unclasped something from her back, picked up from one of the merchants to help me stand firm in my decision. I'll be fine without it now. So we've lost an item, the ring, but we've gained an unwavering resolve. Is that what that is? His old self. So that's what we've just completed. So hopefully we got some good experience for that. Indeed we did. Minor adventure added. Expires in 3 days. A minor adventure. Assign. We could assign these two to do a minor adventure. Or just one of them. Okay, we'll assign her. Off she goes. She's going to go off and do something. I suppose you can do side quests in the background whilst other things are happening. That's pretty good. That's pretty clever. We've got a few upgrades. Let's do those quickly before the end of this particular episode. Laura 8 for him. He doesn't need any more Laura yet, I would have thought. I'm going to give him... survival. Oh, actually, no, I'm not. 3 points. Stealth. 338. Yep, next. Woo! He's got an awful lot of spells here. These are level 3. So Arcane Dampener creates a mollifying field of antagonist mystical energy around the chosen point, suppressing all beneficial effects. Dull. Arduous Day of Motion. Alters the perception time. Draining Touch. Crackling Bolt. Cast becomes a living generator for a powerful ball of electricity that streaks out in a straight line and bounces off walls, harming anything in its path. That sounds quite good. Ordinary Fireball summons a flaming ball of molten earth that explodes at a target location. How much damage does that cause? 27 by 37. 32 by 53. Woo! Bounding Missiles. We get 2 of these, do we? Crackling Bolt and Fireball. I like that. Done. So he's got new spells. We need to write them in a grimoire. Oh, and you need athletics 2, 4, and you get 1 point left. We've put our athletics up, which is fine. Resilient Companion. What does that do? +3 damage reduction. Accurate wounding shot. Offensive. Sacrifice ranged attack speed for increased damage reduction. It's very slow though. Offensive. Where's the bows? Hunting bow. No war bows though. Pike, Warhammer, Arbalast. Adventurer doesn't get a warbow. Warbow, here we go, Adventurer. Yeah, we should have that next. Yeah, done. Excellent. So they're all done. Nobody wants to talk to me. Also very good. Let's have a little kip then, quickly, and then we'll bring this to an end. Can I get a room, please? Let's have the big one. Rest. I'll stay in the big posh room. Whew, so there we go, we've reached Defiance Bay, done a quest, completely didn't do that the right way around. I don't think that's how that quest should be done. Probably best if we didn't do it that way again. Let's have a quick look at our stronghold. We're almost ready, we've got 25 hours, just over a day until our Bright Hollow is complete. We can't do more than one at a time. Minor adventure, we've got 1 turns, rewards a minor item, we don't know what that is, but we'll find that out next time. So there we go, thank you very much for watching, I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, please leave a like, and any comments of course, I love to read when you guys leave comments for me. But until next time, for more Pillars of Eternity, you take care of yourselves, and I'll see you soon.